Hello, everybody. My name is Lorraine. I'm from Canada. I have a verbling class for you at the intermediate level. This is a reading class, and the topic of the class is mineral water, or as we say here in North America, we say just bottled water. So we're going to read an article about bottled water and discuss it. So we'll be doing some grammar with this and then just completely discussing the topic. So I'm hoping that people will hurry into class. I know I have a full class today, and hopefully everybody will show up. So I'll say hi to you as you come in. We have Anna with us. Hi, Anna. How are you doing today? Anna, are you there? Anna, I can't hear you. If you're speaking, I can't hear you at all. So please check your microphone. No, I'm not hearing anything. Oh, wait, there. Anna, hi.
Hi.
There she is. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you, Lorraine?
I'm good. I'm really good. How have you been?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent.
The last time I hear you, before you were on vacation, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a long time, so I'm glad you're here. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Abimelech. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Although today here in Canada we have a day of rain, and yesterday it was raining, and the day before it was raining. So I'm getting very tired of the rain.
In Spain, we have a summer again.
Oh, really?
With more than 30 degrees. It's
Wow.
incredible. Never in my life I have seen that.
Oh, that's weird.
At the end of October, it's incredible.
What is the normal temperature for Spain where you live at this time of year?
Maybe 50 degrees.
Wow.
And now 30.
Wow.
People in the beach, on the beach.
Incredible. October and 30. Wow.
Yes.
Mauricio, hi. How are you doing today?
Hello, Lauren. Good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Glad to see you in class.
Thank you.
And Santiago, hi. Santiago, are you there? I see you, but I don't hear you. Check your microphone and make sure it's working. Okay, we've got Adrian, hi. Adrian?
Hola, hello.
There we are. Hi, welcome.
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. You have a picture of a strange mountain. Where is this?
I don't know. This picture was in my computer.
Ah, okay. Just on the internet. All right, excellent.
Yes.
Welcome to the class. Oops.
Thank you.
We've lost somebody. And we have Anatoly with us. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay, let's get started with the material. I have posted the worksheet in Verbling chat. I'll also post it in Google chat for everyone and share my screen share with you. The topic today is about bottled water. It says the price of mineral water, but mineral water is bottled water. So I don't know about in your country, but bottled water is very, very popular here in Canada. I'm not exactly sure why. If you cannot see the screen share, please let me know. And just for your information, if you click on my icon at the bottom of the page, it will keep the screen share as your main page for the whole lesson. So there we go. All right. Let's just talk a little bit about bottled water. How often do you buy it? So in your country, Abimelech, do you use bottled water?
Yes.
Okay. Do you use it all the time or just sometimes?
Not all the time. Whenever uh, I am traveling, that time only.
Okay. Remind me, what country are you from?
India.
Repeat, please. Sorry.
India.
India. Ah, okay. So where you live, when you turn on the water tap in your house, is that water good to drink?
No. We have to purify it again.
Okay. So you have a means of purifying your water at your house?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Adrian, what about you? How often do you buy mineral water or bottled water?
Usually uh, one, 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 once I buy mineral water once per day.
Okay. When you turn on your tap in your house, is that water good to drink?
Can you repeat, please?
Yes. The water that comes from the taps in your house, is that water good to drink? Can you drink it?
Yes. It's only to drink.
Okay, so the water from your house is good to drink.
The water in my house is good to drink. In the water that it is superior for a company is good to drink, but
Okay.
I buy mineral water too.
Okay, so you also have mineral water.
Yes.
Okay. Anna, what about you? How often do you buy mineral water or bottled water?
I only buy mineral water when I was on vacation in other areas of Spain,
Okay.
because in Madrid the water is very, very good.
Okay, so you can drink the water from the taps in your
Yes.
house. Okay.
I loved drink the water from the tap. It's very comfortable for me.
Yes. Okay, good. Anatoly, what about you? First of all, is the water from your house tap good to drink?
It is not good enough for drink, but we usually boil this water.
Oh, okay.
Mostly in my house, in my home, we use boiled water. Sometimes we also buy mineral water in bottles.
Okay.
In my job, we mostly use mineral water from the bottles.
Okay, interesting. Good. Mauricio, what about you? Is the water from your taps good to drink?
Yeah, when I arrived in Canada, I bought many water, but then I bought this a filter
Okay, yes, a Brita filter.
water.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I use this one, and it's okay.
In your home country, though, you're Brazil, aren't you? You're from Brazil?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
hometown, was the water
Hmm.
good to drink from the tap?
Yeah, but it's the same. I need to use a water filter.
The difference, the water filter that you just showed me is for filtering minerals out of the water, but that filter does not make the water without bacteria. If there is bacteria in the water, you need to do other kinds of cleaning. Okay, that one does not do anything for bacteria. In Canada, I don't know any place except way up north where the tap water is not good to drink. You can drink tap water anywhere in Canada. It won't hurt you. You might not like the taste of it, but it won't hurt you because all of our water is treated at the municipal level. So we have treatment plants, and I mean, maybe if you have your own well, it's a problem, but pretty much our water is good to drink.
Yeah, it's the same in Brazil.
Yeah.
It's good
Okay.
to drink, but sometimes usually use a filter.
Yeah, and that makes it taste better for sure. And we have Mustafa with us. Hi, Mustafa. Welcome.
Hi.
We're talking about drinking water, and if the drinking water in your city is good. Can you drink the water from the taps in your house?
No, I didn't think so. I think it should undergo a purification process.
Okay. So do you drink bottled water? Or
No,
do you...
I think we have some kind of purification, but I don't know how to express it.
Okay, yeah. So you do purify the water for your house.
Yes, right.
And you don't have bottled water.
No.
Do you ever buy bottled water or mineral water?
Yes, I used to buy in the past, but now because we have accomplished some things related to purification, we neglected.
Oh, good. All right. Excellent. Santiago, what about for you? Do you drink the water from the taps in your house?
Hello, Lorraine. Well, no much because its flavor is not very good.
Okay.
It's good for your. It's not too bad for your health, but it tastes a bit strange.
Okay.
Because in my city, I live in the south of Spain, in the southern, and we have some desalination plants.
Right.
So they take the water from the sea, from the ocean.
Interesting.
Yes, so it tastes a bit strange. But I have an osmosis system at home, and I use it since 7 years ago, more or less. It tastes better.
Okay. Do you ever buy bottled water?
Yeah, sometimes. Not very often, but sometimes.
Okay, interesting. I'm really amazed that so many people have gone to purifying their water at their house. That's a great idea. Much better than buying the bottled water. We're going to read the text about mineral water and put in the words that are at the top. Just a few words here that we need to plug in. I'm going to get each of you to read a paragraph. So let's start with Santiago. I know usually people start from the A's instead. So just read the first paragraph down to water, please.
Okay. How often do you pay for something that is available almost for free? It seems like a bizarre question to ask, but every day millions of dollars are spent in this way on bottled water.
Good, thank you. Mustafa, can you read the next paragraph and try to figure out what word should go on the line?
Okay. In many countries, the quality of tap water is high enough to drink without fear of illness.
Yes, illness. Good.
However, it is in these countries that the consumption of mineral water is the highest.
Good. Thank you. Mauricio, read down to, wow, it's a long paragraph, down to water here, bottled water.
Okay. Mineral water may seem like a recent fad. However, it has been popular for thousands of years. Historically, people would travel to natural blank, which were renowned for their therapeutic effects. In the 1970s, the fashion for consuming bottled water took off, with marketing executives promoting the product not as a simple thirst quenching drink, but instead as a symbol of sophistication and affluence.
Okay, stop there. That's good. Excellent. So, do you know what word goes on this line?
People would travel to natural springs.
Yeah, natural springs, exactly. Yeah, good. Anatoly, we're going to continue from there down to prices.
From many people.
In the 21st century.
In the 21st century, there are now over 3,000 brands of bottled water. Critics say that there is nothing to differentiable any of them. Many people also decry the environmental impact of packaging water in PET bottles and exporting it to the other side of the world, where it is bought for extravagant prices.
Good. Excellent. Very good. We'll look at some of these words in a moment after we have finished reading the whole thing. Anna, can you continue to the bottom of the page, please?
There have been predictions of a consumer backlash against what has been described as the ultimate marketing con. However, with almost 35 million liters drunk last year in the US alone, the popularity of mineral waters looks unlikely to wane in the foreseeable future.
Okay, so there is some difficult vocabulary here. So let's see. Thirst quenching. What do you think thirst quenching means, Adrian?
Thirst quenching drink. Oh, I don't know. Quenching. I don't know the meaning of the quenching.
Okay. Does anybody know the meaning of quenching in this context? Thirst quenching. From context, can you think of what it might mean?
I think that I know the answer.
Okay.
It is a drink that it calms your thirst.
Yeah, it calms your thirst or stops your thirst. It's something, to quench something means to put it out. You can quench a fire, that means you put out a fire, or you can quench thirst, which means to stop being thirsty. Okay, good. Let's see, therapeutic? Does anybody know what therapeutic means? Therapeutic effects.
I think
Like a treatment. Treatment?
Okay, that's Mauricio?
Like a treatment? Treatment? Or...
Treatment, yes. Treatment's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's for something, when it's therapeutic, it means it's good for you. It makes you better. It makes you feel better. It's therapeutic. Okay, so they're saying that these springs, they could be therapeutic in many different ways. You could drink it, and it might, some people thought it made you feel better on the inside. And often you would bathe in it or get into it like in a swimming pool. It was supposed to make people who have body pain feel less pain, so they have less rheumatism and things like that. Affluence. Does everybody know what affluence means? Does anybody know? Abimelech,
know.
what do you think?
I don't have any idea.
Okay, that's fine.
I know.
Okay, Mauricio?
Like the way of the river, for example, is affluence. There is a main river and the second or the third rivers. It's
well,
affluence.
Mauricio, look at the context of this writing. A symbol of sophistication and affluence.
Maybe it's not principal or man.
Okay. In this case, affluence means having money. It's a way to show that you have money. When you are affluent, it means you are rich. So drinking bottled water sends the message that you have money. You are sophisticated, and that means well, I'm having trouble thinking of the words to describe sophistication. But not simple, not part of the common people. You're part of the rich and famous and sophisticated, and it's all part of that. So this is a symbol of that. Drinking bottled water means that you are of this class of people.
Okay, like if you drink champagne.
Exactly. Just like that. It's expensive. It's much more expensive to buy water in a bottle than it is to turn on your tap and put a glass under it. So because you can afford to buy water in bottles, that means you're affluent. You have money. The word decry. Does anybody have an idea? In this context, many people decry the environmental impact.
Maybe concern.
Yes, they're concerned, and they think that this shouldn't happen. So what they do is they're very vocal about saying, we're damaging the planet by putting all of this packaging. I remember once going to a resort on an island. It was a beautiful, beautiful island. But of course, my husband and I like to kind of poke around in places where the tourists don't normally go. And we found a ravine that was full of millions of water bottles, empty water bottles, from the hotel, because they give water to all of their clients in the resort. And when the bottles are empty, they just throw them in the back ravine. So millions and millions and millions of bottles. It's crazy. There, I just decried the packaging. Okay, so backlash, consumer backlash. Anybody got an idea?
Is it a violent reaction?
Yes, a reaction, exactly. This
Okay.
is consumer reaction. Very well done. All right, so let's go on. We're going to be doing some of those meanings in just a moment. But first of all, let's look at comprehension. Are the sentences true or false? So, Anatoly, read number 1. Tell me if it's true or false.
Mineral water is most popular in countries with high quality tap water. It is false because it uses as opposite of other way for drinking water if the quality of water not good enough.
Okay, so in this case, we're reading and trying to comprehend what the reading says. It may be true in your circle, like yourself and the people that you know, that you don't use bottled water. But according to the article we just read, what did it say about the mineral water? Whether it's popular or not in countries with high quality water.
Don't remember.
Okay, so if we look here, it says, in many countries, the quality of tap water is high enough to drink without fear of illness. However, it is in these countries that the consumption of mineral water is highest.
Okay.
Part of that is because in those countries, the consumption of water is highest. Like here in North America, we use water like it's, you know, there is no limit to it. In other countries, water is limited. They don't have much. So this is true. Mineral water is most popular in countries with high-quality tap water. In Canada, it is ridiculous how much bottled water is bought and drunk. Crazy. Let's see, Anna, number 2.
Mineral water has only recently become popular. It's false.
Okay. And can you tell me why that's
Yes,
false?
because in the article it tells about it's popular since in the 16th for centuries too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So actually, it's been popular for thousands of years. Mineral water baths have been found in Rome, like in ancient Rome, all kinds of places. So it's a false statement. Let's see, we've got, I keep forgetting names here, sorry. Adrian. Adrian. Number 3.
People say that the different brands of water are all the same. Mhm. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, can anybody help Adrian? Nobody?
I think critics say that all water are the same, but people
Well,
doesn't
critics are
true.
people. Yeah, critics are people. So some people say that the different brands of water are all the same. This is according to the article. This is true. Now, some brands of water are not the same because there are brands where the water is naturally carbonated, so it has a sparkle to it, and that's got to be different. I know many people who say that the water tastes different depending on where it comes from, and that's probably true. We just heard in this class that water in the south of Italy, because it is ocean water that's desalinated, tastes terrible. And I know water from different places does not taste good. So according to the article, there are people who say that different brands of water are the same. In practicalness, though, possibly they do taste different. Abimelech, number 4.
Mineral water will probably become less popular in the future. This is false.
Why? What does the article say?
In last sentence, the popularity of mineral water looks unlikely to wane in the foreseeable future.
Exactly. So there's nothing to suggest that mineral water will become less popular. Good. All right. So here we have some words and phrases. We're going to choose the correct explanation for these words and phrases. Let's start with Santiago. Number 1.
Okay. If a question is bizarre, I think it's B. It's a strange question.
Exactly. Bizarre means strange. So it's a strange question. It's a bizarre question. Very good. Mustafa, number 2.
If something questions your thirst, I think it will be number B. It stops you feeling thirsty.
Exactly. Good boy. Sorry about that. Okay. Mauricio, number 3.
It's there's customer backlash. People often send a product back.
They don't usually send the product back.
Customers backlash. People stop buying a product.
They stop buying. When you have a consumer backlash, they stop buying it. So they get angry and they just say, fine, I'm not buying that product anymore. Anatoly, number 4.
If something is a cone, it is maybe B, very successful. Not sure.
Well, cons often can be successful, but that's not the meaning of a con.
High class.
It's a trick.
Okay.
It's a trick. So a con is when something happens and what's a good example? Well, in the financial area, I don't know if any of you ever heard of a guy named Bernie Madoff. He was world popular because he had a huge Ponzi scheme, which is a con. It means it's going to get people to put in their money into something that is not real or not true. They've been conned and they lose their money. So this is a con, all right? It's a trick. So in many ways, people think that water in bottles is also a trick. You figure the water that is in a bottle, like I don't know how much you pay for a small drinking bottle of water, say 500 milliliters of water. The water itself maybe is worth 2 cents, but you paid $2.20 for the bottle. So you're not really paying for the water, you're paying for the bottle, not the water, because it didn't cost anything. And somebody made a lot of money. Anna, number 5.
If the popularity of something wanes, it becomes less popular.
Yeah, less popular. Very good. Any questions about these? I know I'm talking too much. Okay, so we looked at those meanings, and now we're going to try to use them in sentences. So we have 5 sentences here. And let's start with Adrian, number 1.
There was after the company admit using child labor. There was account. There was account.
Think about what happens when a company admits that they use child labor and customers are angry about that. So what do they do?
The customer okay consumer backlash
Yes, consumer backlash. Good. And Abimelech, number 2.
On a hot day, Charles finds that tea quenches your thirst.
Okay, but put it in the correct tense for Charles.
On a hot day, Charles finds that tea quenches his thirst best.
Perfect. Good. Okay. Santiago, number 3.
Okay. Uncle Fred has some very let me see. Okay, Uncle Fred has some very bizarre habits. Recently, he started wearing a top hat in public.
Good. Yes, very good. Mustafa, number 4. Unmute your microphone, Mustafa, so we can hear you. Mustafa. Okay, we'll move on. Mauricio, number 4.
Yeah, that fortunate teller is such a con. None of her predictions overcome true.
Good. Yes. Anatoly, the last one.
Okay, Brad Smith's popularity wanes after his movie bombed at the box office.
Okay, so we won't use wanes with an S because this is in the past. How would we use that verb? Waned, yeah.
Waned.
Do you understand this word, how it's used, bombed, after his movie bombed at the box office? Did it do well or did it do poorly?
Bombed. Usually we use it when it is increasingly popular, but maybe this one, he was on the peak of his popularity,
Okay.
but after his movie bombed of the box office, he started to increase.
Yeah, it's the opposite actually. His popularity, when it wanes, it gets lower. People don't like him as much. When a movie bombs, it means it does poorly. It's very strange because often in English we might say the new movie exploded onto the market, and this means it was everywhere, and it's different from a movie that bombs. Even though, like, if it's just a bomb, it means it didn't do well. But if it explodes onto the marketplace, it means it's everywhere. Just like when something explodes, pieces of it go everywhere. Well, this movie is in every theater. It means it's very popular. So you don't mix those two things up. If a movie bombs, it does poorly. If it explodes, it's doing really well. Crazy, I know, but it's how it goes. All right, any questions about those? So let's just do some discussion. We did a little bit at the beginning of our class. But so we won't talk about the popularity and the water in your country. But what brands of mineral water are the most expensive in your country? And do you have any idea why? I'm going to join you in the class here. Okay, so let's start with Abimelech. What is the most expensive water in your country, and do you know why?
Yeah, I forgot the brand name, but their water is usually tastes good, and prices are reasonable. That's why it's more popular.
Okay, but I wasn't really asking about popularity, but the most expensive water. The most expensive,
sorry.
the one you pay the most money for. Do you know what brand that is?
I can't remember now.
Okay, all right. For example, in Canada, the most expensive brand is Perrier. Perrier water comes from France, from, I guess, the Perrier district in France. And it's most expensive because it's imported and it has been around for a long, long time. So it is prestigious. It's one of those ones where we were talking about it shows your affluence. If you can afford to buy Perrier water, then obviously you have money. So in Canada, that's our most expensive. So Abimelech doesn't remember the name of the most expensive brand. Is it imported, do you know, Abimelech?
Sorry?
Is the water that is most expensive in your country water imported from someplace else?
No, it's from here only.
From there, okay.
Yes.
Interesting. All right, Adrian, what about in your country? What's the most expensive water? And do you know why?
The all brands in my country of water is have the same cost.
Oh, same
But
price for everything?
yes. In Uruguay, there are many source of mineral water, natural source. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Uh, However, there is a brand that it is very popular because it it is um, very old, very
An old source?
yes.
Yeah.
Is traditional brands of water.
Okay.
The name is Salus. Um, um, uh, in the etiquette of the bottle, the etiquette,
Mm-hmm.
um, it show the price uh, uh, won that this brand won in the past in different I don't remember how I say different expositions in the world.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Thank you. Anna, what about where you are in Spain? The most expensive brand?
I don't know. I think more or less all brand codes the same. Maybe from Nestlé, Aquarelle is a bit expensive, but there are some water more expensive, but it's because I don't remember the name, but it's for the bottle because the company use design bottles.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Very
So,
beautiful and
so
very expensive.
you're paying for the bottle again.
Yes.
Very good. Mauricio, what about, well, tell us about what's going on it's Manitoba, isn't it? Or Saskatchewan? Where were you?
Yeah, now I'm in Saskatchewan, Regina.
Saskatchewan. Yeah.
I I don't know about here, but in Brazil there are three brands very expensive. One is the same in Canada, Perrier.
The Perrier?
Perrier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The other is San Pellegrino.
Oh, yeah, we have that here as well. Right, yeah, so San Pellegrino. That's from
Yeah.
Italy?
Maybe Italy and north of Italy. And the other brand is Aquapana.
I don't know that one.
Aquapana. These three brands are expensive in Brazil.
Wow. Okay, and why do you think they're so expensive? Because they're imported?
Yeah, maybe are important or just market and commercial.
Okay.
And there is one water bottle in Brazil with gold.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. Yeah, water with gold in it. Mm-hmm. What we need. Very strange. Okay, Santiago, what is the most expensive brand where you live and why?
Well, here in Spain, I think the more expensive brands are the imported water from other countries, like for example from France, like Perrier or Evian.
Oh
I think
yeah, Evian. Yeah.
these two brands are the more expensive brands here because they are imported from other countries. So you have to
Right.
pay the transport.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is the main reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Transportation costs.
Yeah.
All right. So another question. Do you think that bottled water is a con? Do you think that we're paying for something that we shouldn't be paying for, that we've been somehow tricked into buying bottled water? Especially most of the people in this class have said that they have drinkable water that comes out of their taps. So why do people in countries that have drinkable water out of their taps, why would they pay that extra money in order to have bottled water? I want to tell one little story. I used to work at a school. We brought children in from other schools to do specific work in our school. We had a cafeteria. In the cafeteria, we put out a water cooler with the big bottles of water on it, and we also put jugs of water on the tables for all of the students. The students wouldn't drink the water from the bottles or the jugs on their table. Everybody came up to the water cooler and drank the water from that, even though it wasn't any colder because we didn't plug it in. We didn't keep it cold. It's cold enough. And we asked them, why? Why did you take the water from the bottle at the front? And they said, because it tastes better. It's exactly the same water. We filled both the jugs and the bottle that morning from the tap. But their perception was that the water in the bottle tasted better. What do you think? Why does that happen? This is a question for anyone. Just your comments. Why do people like bottled water? Anyone? Mauricio.
I think in Canada, the taste of water is different from Brazil, for example. And I think about I thought about if I buy mineral water here or no. I'll continue with filter water. But I know the difference between taste.
You
The water.
notice the difference between bottled water taste and tap water taste?
Yeah.
Especially after you filtered it? Is it different? Yeah?
It's
Okay,
different.
interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes people get used to the taste of their own water. I know that I prefer the water that I have here at my cottage. I have a well. I have my own purification on my well, and I like that water best. So you get used to it. And I wonder if people have been brainwashed into buying bottled water because it's supposed to be better flavor or safer. I think in Canada, a lot of times people think somehow it's safer. What do you think, Anna? Do you think that bottled water in Spain is safer to drink than tap water?
I think so. In my case, I had a friend. He told me that if he drink from the tap, it hurts his stomach.
Mm.
I don't know. Then because of that, he drink from bottle, but I don't know.
Okay. Do you think that, again, it's always different in every country, but the people who market bottled water are trying to get as many people to drink bottled water as possible. And because that, they make a lot of money from it. So do you think that we have been kind of brainwashed into drinking bottled water, or feeling somehow that tap water isn't as safe as it could be?
I think so. I think so.
Adrian, what do you think?
About the suffer,
I'm just wondering if you think that people have been brainwashed into thinking that bottled water is better than water from the tap.
yeah, in your thinking, in your I think is in my country, for example, I think is there are there there are there are brands very traditional that the their that your I don't know I think in my country um, is the mineral water is popular because it is included in the traditional.
Okay, so it's part of your tradition to have bottled water.
Yes.
Now, with your bottled water, are your bottles things that you throw away or things that you reuse?
Can you repeat, please?
Yes. In your tradition, is the water bottles that you use for the water, I'm assuming it is the big jugs? The big jugs? Do you reuse those big jugs or throw them away?
I don't know.
Do you understand? Like, do you put the jugs in the garbage? Or do you fill the jug again and again and again?
I don't know.
You don't? Okay. All right, then let's ask Abimelech. Are bottled water, are the bottles reused in your country?
Yes.
Okay, so the big bottles, you get them refilled. When they get empty, you fill them again? Or do you send them back to the company?
Yes, we send them back and get another one.
Okay, so you're exchanging, but they reuse those bottles to put more water in, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to say about bottled water, either for or against? We have 1 minute. Anyone?
Only, me, for example,
Yes.
I would like to say that here in Spain we have recycled bins on the streets.
Recycle bins, yeah.
Yeah, to recycle plastic bottles or cans, all kind of bottle. So it's good to recycle, and it's good for the environment. And most of the people here in my country, they do that. So
okay, well, that's good to know. All right, well, thank you everyone for joining me for the class. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope to see you in another class soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Thank you.